Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Dragalia Lost review. Today I will be reviewing Lathna from the Stirring Shadows banner part 1. She's the only focus that is new on the banner, so I'm only going to review her, but I will still give you guys my short, brief opinion on the banner as a whole at the very end of this video. So Lathna is our 4th Shadow Lancer, and she's got a kit that is very geared towards offense. Her skill 1, Chaos Gift, has a very low SP cost for the amount of damage that it deals. It only costs 2,854 SP. Basically, this skill works just like Ramona's skill 1. It does a minimum of 3 hits, but if you continue tapping, then it can hit for a total of 7 times. If she can get the whole 7 hits off, it'll normally deal a total of 1,106% shadow damage, which is not that bad. It's actually a little bit above average. However, because the animation time is very long, it's about 4 to 5 seconds, that kind of devalues the skill a little bit. It also means that you have to know your enemy's attack patterns very well. You don't want to be in mid-animation and get killed by a purple attack or something like that. For example, High Jupiter does tons of purple attacks, so you gotta find good openings. I know that High Jupiter's clockwise bolt attack takes about 4 or 5 seconds long to perform, and her skill 1 takes about 4 or 5 seconds long as well, so that could be a good time to use it. You can just iframe through the whole sequence. But anyways, back to the rest of the effect. If the enemy is poisoned, then the amount of damage per hit is increased by about 200% per hit. Therefore, versus a poisoned foe, Chaos Gift will deal a total of 2,488% from all 7 hits instead. For only 2,854 SP, that's insane damage, especially if you take into consideration how quickly Lancers can generate SP. The problem with her kit right now is that there's very few ways to poison enemies within the shadow element. The only shadow character that can proc poison is Delphi, and then there's a couple shadow dragons that can poison as well. The 2 dragons are Chonius, and then there's Lathna's version of Nyarlathotep. That's about it for shadow poisoners right now. There's only 3. It's gonna be hard for her to fit into optimal team comps due to the lack of poisoners, right? She pretty much needs Delphi on the team currently to really shine. Without Delphi, then she's just kinda an average DPSer. So with all that being said, she's kinda in an awkward place right now, but I do think that she's gonna be better moving forward when more shadow poisoners get released. Her skill 2, Sundering Shadow, costs 5,499 SP, and it deals 1 hit of 1,328% shadow damage. It's a pretty solid damage skill. It's kind of basic, but the SP cost to damage ratio is not that bad for a skill 2. The animation speed is rather quick. It seems like it only takes about 1.5 seconds to cast. Nothing else to really say about it. It's just a really basic, solid, plain damage skill. Now her abilities is where it gets a little bit wonky. Her kit reminds me of Halloween Mims in the sense that their abilities are all focused towards the dragon form. Her first ability, the Faceless God, says that Lathna will always transform into her version of Nyarlathotep. In addition, it grants an HP regen buff. Her version of Nyarlathotep is basically the same as the original one, but slightly different. The damage mods are pretty much identical, except that Lathna's version has 10% better damage mods on its combo 3. The original Nyarlathotep deals about 3,500 damage in total, which is just average, so I would assume that Lathna's version will deal about the same. This means that Lathna's dragon form isn't excellent, but it's not terrible. They do have different skills. Hers deals 2 hits of 331% shadow damage and inflicts poison. The damage per tick on the poison isn't amazing or anything, but it does last for a long 30 seconds. That should be long enough for Lathna to get in 2 to 3 skill 1s. It's worth noting that you probably want to use the dragon skill at the end of the dragon form, like right before the duration ends, or use the skill to suicide the dragon, because you want to make sure that Lathna's human form is able to take good advantage of the 30-second poison stack. Now her second ability is Dragon Time, and it extends her dragon duration by 20%. Considering the fact that her dragon form is just average, I think Dragon Time is kind of bad on her. If you decide to use her in High Jupiter trials, then I guess Dragon Time is kind of irrelevant. In that fight, you don't get many opportunities to even use dragon form to actually attack besides during the break. You mainly only use the dragon form to tank High Jupiter's electron outburst, so in that sense, Dragon Time is completely useless in High Jupiter trials. So overall, I think Lathna is, I guess, decent, but she does have her own problems. First of all, she's very reliant on the foe being poisoned, and she's being held back by the lack of shadow poisoners. Secondly, her dragon form is always going to be average because she's stuck with transforming into Nyarlathotep. I do think that she's a solid pick for High Jupiter trials, not sure about Masters, but Expert and Standard she can definitely do. She has plenty of opportunities to get all 7 hits in with her skill 1, and it's quite easy to suicide her Dragon form in High Jupiter trials. She can transform into Neorlothotep, poison High Jupiter which enables her skill 1, and suicide tank the Electron Burst attack. Also, none of her skills inflict bleed, so unlike Botan, she doesn't steal any of Yasuo's bleed stacks if he were to be on her team. In addition to that, Lathna also has 100% paralysis res, so that's a big pro over Botan as well, at least in terms of using her in High Jupiter trials. For those that are wondering if she's better than Botan, basically if there's a poisoner on the team, then I think Lathna is better. If not, then I think Botan is better. As for the banner itself, I wouldn't recommend pulling from it unless you really want these characters for whatever reason. Like, Curran is pretty good, but he's not like a game changer. The black original Nyarlathotep did get buffed recently, but even then he's still mediocre. Although he is pretty good for Mercurial Gauntlets levels 51 through 55 because of the shield he grants. Whoever has the shield can eat Roy's purple claps and can get their strength increased by 30%. But other than that, he's just an average mediocre dragon. So yeah, I would definitely recommend skipping. This banner isn't limited and we have a bunch of limited banners coming up soon. There's a Gala banner next month, followed by Christmas and then New Year's. We'll probably get plenty of Wormite along the road, so I guess it doesn't really matter, you spend some Wormite here and there, but it's always nice to have a fat stack of Wormite prepared for any new banners, especially limited ones. And that's going to be it for this review. Let me know what you guys think about Lathna and her lore in the comments down below. As always guys, thanks for watching, take it easy, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.